And we're live.
Yay.
Welcome, everybody. Greetings, Scribblers. Kent Shawn here, and today I am proud to announce that we're back with Don't Drinkin' Live. That's the show where we write flash fiction live right in front of you, and hopefully don't screw it up. And we're going to read those stories to you live on the air. And if you feel like you just frisky, you can join us, write flash fiction with us, and we will read your story live. Can you handle it? Let me introduce my guest today. First of all, I've got Colin Clark, one of the most talented writers I know. He's from the UK, and he's going to tell you what he's got going on with him right now. Colin, what's going on with you?
Thank you, Ken. Yes, I'm here in the UK. I've got, at the moment, a work in progress, which is a dark middle grade fantasy at present. I'm also working on a serialization piece about a group of ghost hunters in Detroit. And I'm also here tonight to write some flash fiction. Other than that, I don't have a lot going on apart from tons of reading to do at the moment because there's so much excellent stuff out. Cue Bethany.
So, ghost hunters. I like this idea. I can't wait to hear more about that. Don White, how you doing, brother?
Good. How's it going? Yeah, I think I'm working on, right now I'm outlining a book I'm calling Catalyst at the moment. It's speculative fiction, looking at probably high fantasy maybe type stuff. About halfway through, 3/4 of the way through the outline stuff. Working on it. We'll see how it goes though. Hopefully, but that's about all I got. Hopefully I'll be done outlining soon. Bethany's going to keep on me.
You better be done soon. We gotta see some Don White publications coming out here. All right. Books by Adrian. What's going on with you, brother?
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Books by Adrian here. So writing wise, I'm in the throes of my second draft for my novel. I'm treating it like a developmental edit, and holy crap, is my first draft a huge, gigantic mess. But I am working on it. It is a grueling process of love. Yeah. I'm starting to understand how when authors talk about the editing process and the second draft being blood, sweat, and tears, I'm like, yeah, I get it. Even the blood, I know where that's coming from too. So then the channel, Books by Adrian, is currently on a short hiatus while we rebrand. And we come back with a brand new platform, doing all kinds of new stuff. And stay tuned for that. If you want to hear about it before everybody else, just go to my website, booksbyadrian.com, and sign up for my newsletter. It's on the very front page now, so that everybody can find it as soon as they get on there. And you're going to want to be on the list because there's some fun stuff coming that I can't talk about. I mean, I partnered up. I started an LLC. I got an investor involved. I hired a branding designer. Like, when I say I'm rebranding, like we're going hard. So stay tuned for Books by Adrian, taking over the world.
Nice.
Oh my goodness gracious, investors and stuff, man. I literally got like uncomfortable. Sounds way too grown up, and you're gonna have to tell us more about that at some point.
Adulting.
All right, now, the only person in the room with a different chromosome, and someone who has got some amazing news. I'm not going to steal her thunder because I really want her to tell you about it. Bethany Votoff, what is going on?
Hi, I'm so excited to be here. I love writing flash fiction and short stories. And speaking of, I just released my book last week, I think. It's not even a week old. Yeah, it's just fresh out into the world. So Scribbles and Scrawls by Bethany Votoff. If you like dark, creepy, weird short stories, that's for you. So Scribbles and Is that me echoing?
Yeah, sorry, it's me.
Might be a hey. Okay. So nice. Said it twice.
Yeah, so nice. Said it twice. Yeah, so that's me. I do some videos here, some fun content coming up beyond just short stories, but that's my first love. And if you want some fun stuff, sign up for my newsletter because I've got some other books coming out this year. And yeah.
I will tell you right now, everybody out there in La La Land, you got to get the short story collection. It's amazing. It's right up there with some of my favorites from Stephen King, and it's actually a different style than that, but it's one I really think everybody can enjoy. I think it's really accessible, even though it is a little creepy. Go out there and get it right now. It's available on Amazon. Scribbles and Scrawls by, that person right there, Bethany. Go get it. Okay.
That one right there.
That's me.
I really want to attack the writing this time. So guys, let's talk about the rules here for just a minute here on Don't Drink and Live. How exactly we're going to get after this flash fiction writing scheme. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it out to the live audience to give us some subjects, some prompts to write our flash fiction for. Then we will have about 5 to 8 minutes to discuss the topic and try to figure out what exactly we might want to write and to tell each other.
Baby, are they on Netflix?
No.
Okay, don't let them watch anything online because it's sucking on my Wi-Fi. All right, sorry.
Anyway, and then we will have 2 10-minute writing sprints to finish our stories. We'll take a short break in between, about 5 to 8 minutes, to talk about how things are going and how terrified we are we aren't going to finish, and finish up, and then we will read them, and you can send your stories if you want them read live by any one of my amazing panel of author tubers and authors, and they will read your story live on the air, and you can get feedback, and we can all tell you you're amazing or that you shouldn't quit your day job. So if you do want to send that in, and I will put it up here a little bit later, Kent Shawn Author at gmail.com. That's where you send your stories. And with that said, I'm going to put it out to the audience to give us some suggestions for a prompt for us to write. So what do you got? Don't all type at once. Or do.
I mean, I have so many ideas. So many ideas. Lyle said that they're eating chicken wings, and I can't tell if that's a prompt or just letting us know, but that works.
Chicken wings? Ooh.
Okay, I got one.
Yeah.
From Jared. What's up, Jared? Nice to see you here today, man. Haven't talked to you in a while. Jared Simmons says, worst interview ever. Okay, that's not bad. I can feel that right there.
I've had some rough ones. It's fine.
Okay, two people do something they shouldn't.
It's like that. I like it. I don't know. I want to do something. I mean, I read your description, and so I feel like you kind of put me in a box. Do I have to write about a dinosaur and a grandma? I mean, like, I can. The world is my oyster. But
I can't believe you even read the description.
That's why you said, yeah, that's fine.
Which reminds me, I've got to link your book in there.
I gotta apologize. My
definitely
Wi-Fi is lagging crazy, so I may miss some things from here time to time.
Okay. No problem. So I've got unusual flavors, transcendence. Ooh, transcendence. That's from Cindy Lear. Okay, Cindy. It's pretty.
Yeah, let me Google what that means.
Although Jared's worst interview ever has really got me thinking. Opening the wrong door, not bad. 2 people say something they shouldn't. Okay. Hey, we've got some good ones already, man. This is going quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I can make all of them work. I just don't know which one's really speaking to me.
Okay. Okay, Jared's on fire right now. All mom's fault. I feel like that's something Bethany's going to do wonders with. Okay. Okay, who's got a favorite so far? Anybody got a favorite?
I think Richard is heading for the pineapple on pizza with his unusual flavors.
Get out, Richard.
This time.
Get out, Richard. I like the chicken wings one purely just because I'm hungry, but it's fine. But the mom's fault one, I just feel like I could do something.
All mom's fault and worst interview ever and transcendence are my favorites so far.
Lyle has one up there too. It's you're the first to encounter an alien invasion.
Okay. That's oddly specific. Kind of like it.
Which is all mum's fault.
Which is all mom's fault.
So we were eating chicken wings. We saw the aliens coming, and it's mom's fault because we saw them coming because she made us eat outside.
Love that. Love that.
I feel like All Mom's Fault has got to be in the voting because that's just so good. You can mix and match it with some of the others if you so choose, which is fun to do. You know, I've done that a couple times. We've done this where actually, like, I had two ideas, one for two different prompts, and I kind of smash them together, which is absolutely okay. Oh, we lost Adrian again. Oh, no.
Poor guy. He's just struggling with the Wi-Fi.
We're going to give him a minute to figure it out. Okay. I think I definitely want All Mom's Fault in the running. Any other favorites from you guys?
I like the mom thing because maybe I can stick to my grandmother theme because I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that fits with the brand. I'm okay with that.
Okay. How about you, Colin? Any favorites?
I think All Mom's Fault is my favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
Okay.
Although
Okay,
I did like the alien invasion one too.
I did too, but hey, we're definitely doing this again. That may come up again, Lyle. We appreciate that. But I'm feeling All Mom's Fault. Adrian, can you hear us now, man?
Yeah, sorry about that. There's a storm going on outside, so my Wi-Fi is getting kind of ridiculous. I went around the house and turned off every Wi-Fi device just in case they're sucking up anything, but I don't know. You guys
All
might
right,
lose me.
We got you.
We'll see.
So
did we already start drinking? Like, is that a thing?
I mean, I got my coffee.
I've got my tea.
The one time I'm here to party. Oh, you guys are killing me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing 90 days sober, man, and I gotta bag out for another.
So today it's
days.
literal. Today the title is literal. Okay, got it. All right.
Yeah.
I'll be
You're
the
lying.
Don't worry,
I will be back. I will. No worries.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to keep up with the suggestions. But what are the top two favorites or whatever right now?
So right now, I think the top three favorites really were First to Encounter an Alien Invasion. All Mom's Fault has the most votes right now.
Okay.
All Mom's Fault is probably going to be the one. I also like Worst Interview Ever. That could be so many different things.
I don't know. I feel kind of boxed in by that one. I'd say it's between the first two, Alien Invasion and All Mom's Fault. So I guess All Mom's Fault is going to win.
Don, what you got, brother?
All Mom's Fault. I like that one. I like both of those ones we said. All Mom's Fault and Alien Invasion. I kind of like those, both of them.
Do them all.
And it's All Mom's Fault by a nose. Okay, I'm going to pull up my bomb timer, which everybody loves so much because it scares the crap out of us when it goes off. And I'm going to set it for, we're going to give ourselves 5 minutes to discuss. And it's for you guys at home too. Get ready. Get out your pen and pad or your Microsoft Word or whatever you're going to write on and get ready.
Is this our first sprint or are we having like a little bit of thinking time?
Nope, this is our discussion. It's our 5 minutes.
Oh,
man. I was like,
Freak out.
Okay, go.
Freak out. Dude, I'm feeling it today too. I'm feeling the juice. All right. So I'm gonna start my. Okay, definitely, audience, feel free to chime in with your. Oh no!
Lost him again.
Oh no! Let's see.
On title page. What's that?
And no, not back. Oh gosh, poor Adrian. We're gonna make it, Adrian. We're gonna make it.
Poor guy.
We believe in you. Okay. Can you see my bomb timer?
We can.
All right. Let's start this thing. I don't know how to start it. Where's start? Set. Start. All right. Colin, I would love to hear what you're thinking. What's your idea?
At this moment, I haven't got one. That's all. But it's the alien bit that's got me, so I'll think of something the minute I start typing. But
okay, Don, what have you got? All Mom's Fault.
Well, we're going through some issues right now with my mom, and it really is all her fault. But it's medical stuff. It's not a very good story, but I don't know. That's all I can think of.
I mean, you could do something like really serious and heartfelt and warm and some other icky things like that.
All right, so I want to confirm, since I lost you guys again there, we are doing All Mom's Fault, yeah?
We are.
Yeah,
We're in the
yeah.
4-minute countdown to talk about our ideas. How about you, Bethany? What are you thinking for All Mom's Fault?
There's a couple of ideas running through my head. I'm trying to figure out which direction I tend to go darker on accident. And so I'm wondering if I should try and lean into like a happier, surreal, bittersweet. But my best idea is go down a darker path. So I don't know. I think I need to like either get a better idea before I like jump on the like happier train, or maybe I'll just lean into the darker stuff because man, it's hard. I'm trying to like write a little bit more lighthearted things, just a few more lighthearted pieces to round out another collection. And that's what I struggle with. So maybe I'll stretch my limits and see if I can pull it off. If not, I don't know.
How about you, Adrian? What are you thinking? What's got you? What's on the brain?
And you're on mute.
Thank you. I've only just begun to think now. I only have the one idea so far. There is something that I can pull from my own life and write into a new thing. You know how like you go to therapy and you figure out, oh yeah, I do this because mom did that, like that kind of thing. So, but I don't know. I'm gonna see where it takes me. I still gotta maybe brainstorm a little bit.
I have a really good piece that would fit perfectly for this, but I already wrote it, so obviously we can't use it. But I think Kent has access to it, and I think Victoria read it. And so I'm trying to like steer clear from that. It's in that like new collection I sent you.
Oh, okay. I now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got you. Nope, you can't use that.
No, obviously not. But I was like, oh, that's like where my mind takes me, and it just clicked. Oh yeah, because I had an idea for that, and hence, you know, the story's written. So maybe I'll try and do something a little more lighthearted.
Okay, I just wanted to shout out a friend of mine, true American hero, Colin is here in the house. That's not what I meant to highlight. And he's a United States Army soldier and an awesome guy. I just wanted to say hello to him. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm hearing a voice. Well, I mean, I'm always hearing voices, but this one's different.
I might want to get that checked out.
Put down the cat, Damien. But anyway, I'm hearing a voice of like almost like someone giving a soliloquy, and whatever that word means. Potentially, it means a small rubber ducky. But no, a speech, like someone giving a speech, and you're not exactly sure the context. And potentially he's blaming his mom for something. That's my idea. But I hear like the particular rhythm of the guy's speech, and it's really talking to me. So let's see what I can do there. Maybe try something a little unusual. Maybe not. Maybe all you hear is this guy talking. That's what's jumping in my head.
Yep.
So it'll be
Interesting.
different.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know yet what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I just got I got a really good idea, but it's really dark and sad.
Go for it. Do it now. Immediately.
It's your natural leaning.
This one might hurt. I don't know. I'm going to maybe spend the first 10 minutes drafting, and if it's too much, I'll have to start over. We'll see what happens.
Hi, Aphrodite.
Hello, Aphrodite Lee. So glad you're here. I hope you're going to write with us, Aphrodite. The title is... Uh-oh. Better turn that off before we all want to punch me.
We can't hear it.
No,
Yeah, we can't hear it anyway.
No, it's only scaring you.
That's not fair. I jumped a mile. Okay. Now, I'm going to reset this bad boy for, what did I say, 10 minutes? Yeah, 10 minutes. Let's see. I like all the Korean advertising because Google knows where I am on the earth because they spy on everything everyone ever does.
Love that.
All right, 10 minutes, guys. Get your documents up. I don't want you guys to have to waste your time searching for something to write on. So for you in the audience that has just come recently, we have about 5 or 6 just joined us. 2 10-minute sprints to write a piece of flash fiction about it's all mom's fault, or words to that effect. There's no limit to how much you can write, but try to get it done in 2 10-minute sprints, which I failed to do on the last live stream that I was on. And I felt really dumb because I'd given other people crap for not finishing, and I didn't even get close to finishing. So don't feel bad if you don't finish. Don't feel bad if you don't
I don't
finish.
remember you not finishing.
There's been 2 now. But this one I just did with Richard and Colin and
I know.
Martin. I did somebody else's stream and I didn't finish. I'm determined to finish this time. How do you guys feel? You ready to go?
Got my document up. We'll see what happens.
Allow me to rephrase. It's time to go.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. Everybody out there, get ready.
Let's roll the dice.
Get set. Go. Okay. And how did we get along, fellow authors? How you doing?
294 words.
Okay. 290. That's actually not much for you, Colin, is it? You don't usually get out
It's
a little
a
more
lot
than that.
for me in these flash fiction things that we do. I get too caught up with the telling.
It's not always about the words. Because like some of the ones, my best ones on here are only like 600, but I've gone as high as 1600.
One of Bethany's best was probably less than 35 words, 40
That's an
words.
excellent point. That is an excellent point.
Is that real? I don't think I've read that. I don't think I've heard that
Yeah,
one.
it was just perfect.
I don't know.
It ended with a kiss.
Oh, the quicksand one. I was having to think.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That one was probably one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm doing super great. Not gonna lie. This is a steaming pile of garbage, so hopefully we can fix it.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, mine's is basically an outline right now, and I always forget not to do that because that just takes up time and word count that I won't have later. I haven't learned my lesson yet. I keep outlining on the first sprint and then scrambling to get it all written on the second one. But that's my process. I think it's. I ended up going with a like a murder mystery, actually.
Cool.
Love it.
I don't know where it came from. We're rolling with it.
Okay, let's see how the I'm sorry, Don, you didn't chime in there. How much did you get, brother?
About 106 words of this steaming pile of something.
Good. So we all have steaming piles. This is what I like. We need some cream.
That's what we're here for, man. Steaming piles.
Okay, let's see how everybody else is doing. Jared, I can't write fast enough. Okay, well.
Welcome to my world.
You wrote quite fast.
252, not bad at all.
Sorry.
Oh, Jared,
God,
you got 536.
Damn, Jared.
That's solid.
Bunch of show-offs.
Cindy, dang.
752. That's some going.
Same. Okay, guys, we got to quit bagging on ourselves. I know I do it too. We got to stop.
I mean, like, I'm to the point where I'm like, do I just start over? Like, I don't know what we're doing over here. It's just.
Okay,
I'll just call it surrealism. It's fine.
The style I picked to write in for this is actually really easy to zoom through words because it's just someone talking. So I don't have to like he said, she said. As of right now, my entire piece is dialogue, not even a piece of dialogue attribution. I'm trying something weird, but it's really easy to just spew out. So I got 826.
Damn.
I literally, I was getting flustered because I couldn't type fast enough.
What a problem.
There's a lot of typos. And I can sense that I will not have time to go back and fix them. So you might see a lot of red squiggles on my screen. That's going to be okay. So yeah, it's super easy to just write straight dialogue. You know, it's so much faster than trying to think up like the transitions and the. I don't think there's that much left to it though. I think I'm about to wrap it up.
Must be nice to be near the end.
Yes, or even to be near the beginning.
Okay, so I won't have to feel that horrible pain of not finishing like I did last time. That really stuck with me for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so who thinks they're not going to get done?
I'll get done. Is it going to be done well?
So you're gonna force it to the end no matter what, right?
Oh yeah. I already have my closing line. I just got to get there.
Ooh, I do not have a closing line yet. I should be thinking. You know, when in flash fiction, your first line and your last line need to be like really good. There's not much in between. If you're lucky, there's 1,000 words in between, maybe less, right? So, okay. Did anybody come out with a really good first line?
That's a good point.
A really good one.
I'm actually pretty
have-
happy with my first line. I think it's good.
I'm okay
Oh,
with
right on.
it. Everything after that is downhill, but we're gonna fix it. It's fine.
Well, the
Okay,
first
here-
line is fairly tawdry and obvious from the title.
I like
All
tawdry.
Mom's fault.
I'm not going to
It
complain
was
about
all my
tawdry.
mum's fault. Yes, exactly.
All Mom's fault. That was a great prompt. You know what I ended up doing though? That I subconsciously, like, I have the word transcendence in there already, and it's also somewhat of an interview. So it's like I'm just smashing all of the things. The only thing I don't have is aliens, I think. Other than that,
We still
I
have
think it's
time.
pretty much.
Still have time.
I don't know how I'm going to squeeze aliens into this, but we'll try. Okay. Who needs some more time before we start again? Anybody need some thinking time, or do we just launch back into it? Do we just go for
Ready
it?
when you are.
Well,
Ooh,
you know,
I-
sometimes I just like I wonder, when is a story and when is it just a extended metaphor? Because just asking for a friend. Oh
That's
my
an interesting question.
goodness. I think this is going to be one of my stories where like pretty prose makes you think there's a story, but there's really not.
Mhm.
So this will be a good one to
Um,
digest, I think.
Excellent title for a little collection, wouldn't it? Extended. I've forgotten what the other word was now. Never mind.
Clara feels your pain, Bethany. She has no idea either.
That's why I outlined.
You're not supposed to outline Flash. I mean, you can. It doesn't work for me. I would be in trouble if I tried that.
So I definitely launched into this trying to tell a story, not an extended metaphor, but details keep arising that I'm not sure why they're there, and I probably won't have time to edit them. So there may be some just random things in this, and I apologize in advance.
Aliens? Anybody?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna reset the timer. Bloop. And okay, if you guys feel like you're ready, we're gonna do this again.
I mean,
We're gonna
like,
see the results.
better than
the
just
results.
sitting in my agony of looking at this unfinished, smattering of words.
I think I
Man,
need
this
to
is
get out
hard.
I think I need another 300 words to wrap this up, so I can get after it here.
Dude, I'm not even at 300 words. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It'll be fine.
I can't tell if this is complete false positivity or potentially you've cracked.
Let me live in my own fantasy world. It's fine.
All right, authors, are you ready?
I mean, yeah.
Oop, we lost Adrian. Let's wait till we get him back.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
I think I'm back.
Yeah,
Adrian's
Rose.
You're not filling me with confidence. Okay, I see everyone. Here we go. On your mark.
Adrian's there we go. He's back now.
You guys go. It's fine. I'll catch up.
On your mark. Get set. Go. Sadly, to please, my choice is clear. Carl. I'm sorry to say that I'll no longer require your services.
Good. You should mute yourself.
Mute.
Mute yourself, Kent.
Shut up. I just had a really good idea for a line. I'd say it out loud to see if it's Okay, how long was I babbling?
Oh, only a couple of minutes.
Good God. I do that all the time. Like when I'm writing dialogue, I literally say the dialogue. So, sorry.
Yep.
How did we do?
I finished. But
Yeah.
it's
All
only
right.
five one words, and I'm not overly impressed. But hey, I got the beginning and the end, so that makes a
Awesome.
change.
Mine's really short, and this might be a very good learning piece on what makes a story and what doesn't. We'll figure that out when we get there. Hey, I finished.
My tea's cold.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Cold tea is a no-go.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's water time.
Got some solid word counts popping out from our folks out in La La Land. So I'm going to go ahead and throw my email out here.
My word count was only 313, and that's including the title. So.
I think I hit just under 1,200.
Wow. You know, you did say no word count, so it's fine.
It's straight dialogue, and that's why I was able to get so much. When you don't have to think, it's just so much easier. You can just blurt.
I don't have a single thing of dialogue, so maybe that's my problem.
What do you guys find easier to write? Regular narrative prose or dialogue?
Dialogue.
Dialogue, much easier.
I agree completely.
But I really do enjoy the prose. I think this story is pretty much all purple prose, and I love it. It would require some editing, though. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, let's see what the audience is saying, and then we'll pick a story to go first. We lost books again, baby. Books are just vanishing out on us. Come on, Adrian.
Do it, Adam.
Right,
send it.
Let's see. Definitely send it, Adam. Let's see. I'm trying to find where the second thing started. Mute Kent. Okay, well, yeah. So that happened. This is unbelievably frustrating. Okay.
I thought you were gonna end up reading your whole story. I was like, oh man, what a bummer.
10 minutes sound like actually really interesting. The paragraph I was reading, I wrote 2 more paragraphs after, and then I ended up swapping the position of the paragraphs randomly, and it really worked. I think. Actually, I already don't remember. We'll have to see. This is my weakest one of these so far. Nothing but positivity. That's for sure. 1,300 words in no particular order.
Oh man.
Hey, that's just straight good typing, man. That you got so many words. 402 words, but I hate this. That's about my average length for these is 400 and something words. Or 500, 600. Goodness gracious, Cindy Lear, you gonna let us read it? There's the email address, everybody, please.
Send it.
Send or not to send? Come on, man. That's not a question. That's
it.
a cop out. 9:10, but I didn't finish. Hey, that's okay, Claire. You got in there. You got in there, nice and deep. Like I hate mine too. Okay, someone say something positive, something at all, anything. Okay, we're gonna leave the email address.
It made me really appreciate my mom.
Okay.
So that's
There's
positive.
that.
No, it's good. It feels good to get back into writing Flash. It's fine. I think there's something to my story. I think I'm just too critical at times.
Well, Bethany, since you've already sent me yours, maybe we'll start off with you.
Okay.
Have you got
Okay,
mine
looks
yet?
like I do have yours, I believe, Colin, right here. Checking. All Mum's fault. That's definitely you.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Me mum.
me mum.
Too funny.
All right, I am going to pull up a nice, fresh Word document here, and we're going to put Bethany's story on it. I could potentially just type it out.
It's short. What
really...
can I say? I I don't know. I've been really enjoying like micro and super flash fiction, like super flash, but I think I need to give that a pause because I have some better ideas that need more attention.
Mhm.
Well, the problem with only writing micro and short things is that when you come to write long things, it can be incredibly frustrating. But
And
I
I'm
think
trying.
that it's.
Oh, go for it.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, like with the micro fiction and flash fiction, they're great and all, but you don't want to put too many in a collection because then it just starts to feel really choppy. And
Okay.
that's what I risk running into because I have so many pieces of flash that I love and I'm trying to put them in a collection, but I'm like, this just feels like we're skipping rocks and not getting any real stories. So, got to be careful with
Yeah,
that.
you kind of get the schizophrenic feeling where you're like, hey, that's cool. What's that?
Exactly.
And,
Exactly. Can't hold the reader's attention.
All right, let me get the correct document up here. Let's see. I don't see your tab. Where is it? I'm still getting used to this Mac.
You've joined the dark side. Haha.
I may just have to. Well, I didn't have a choice because I needed to be able to make books, and I use Vellum, and I couldn't just send Bethany all my books. All right, desperately trying to find your. I can just share the entire screen and throw it up. It's no big deal. But then we don't get the author reactions. That's not as much fun for me. Let's see here. If I do this. Bethany is obviously going to read her own magnificence for us. I don't know why that's obvious. Just randomly said obviously as if we were supposed to.
Obviously. I mean, maybe I'm all of a sudden shy.
Okay, I'm just going to share my entire screen because I'm wasting time. Okay. And it's going to look really weird. And here we go. Can everybody see it?
Yep.
Nice.
All right. Bethany, let us have it.
Mothers wear their lives on their skin. Worry lines from their firstborn's first solo drive. Burn marks on their chests from the toddler's haphazard hug. The color in their hair gone, sucked away in the hospital while worrying at their sick boy's side. Yes, mothers are marked and scarred. But she started her life with scribbles and scrawls. Lines on her back, a gift from her mother. Cigarette burns, a parting gift from her father. But she had my name tatted on her lip, so she could taste me whenever she wanted. She had our first date written on her wrist. When she was forced to choose, him or us, she chose me. And her family screamed and cried, but they didn't carve tears on her face like she did. She wrote 807 on her wrist, our first house. She created a log of firsts down her arm. Job, broken leg, wine, freedom, family. She tattooed the word home on her abdomen. She had many ideas. The best conceived was a girl named Piper. She tattooed songbirds on her throat. She sang a lot back then. Then her home collapsed and her house didn't feel the same. She scratched out the words home from her belly and replaced it with Piper and a date that would be meaningless to others. But she got tired of looking at that and scratched it out again, covering it with big black letters, all Mom's fault. She etched "Do not touch" on her chest and scratched my name from her mouth. Barbed wire circled her arms, covering the garden of flowers she once had. Winter came and the color fled from her body. She boarded the door to her womb. Mothers had scars from growing their own family, lines and battle wounds across their bellies. But some mothers are not mothers at all.
Damn.
I told you it was sad.
Why did you do this to us?
I feel slightly uncomfortable.
Whoa.
So
That's trippy.
I think it's, what's really interesting is you didn't use a lot of words. You said an awful lot. Did you have time to go back, Bethany, and kind of tinker with the language because you didn't put so much material out, so you kind of had some time to refine, or no?
Yeah, because I knew I didn't have enough time to scrap it and start again. So if I was going to go with like this heavier piece, I needed more imagery to carry it. It's one of the things that I feel like I'm stronger at is prose to cover up lack of plot. So if you, this was one of those examples.
So yeah, I was almost felt like you were telling a story on her body, which is really pretty staggeringly effective imagery.
Extended metaphor. When does it become a story? We don't know.
No, it was a story because you went through the mom's struggles and trials with her, and it's in the chronological order. There were ups and downs. There was conflict and resolution. That's the story.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Cool. We'll take it. Yeah. It just.
All right, I'm giving that a 9.5 out of 10.
It's a little sad. Everyone go hug their moms.
Okay, who wants to go next? I don't know why you want to follow that.
Nope.
I don't hear any volunteers.
No.
Come on, someone.
Wait, don't we usually alternate one between us and the chat? Like, let's go to the
Yeah,
chat.
did anyone put the
We
chats in?
Definitely do that. I feel like Adrian's still writing over there.
No, I'm done. Hands off the
he
keyboard.
he already sent it in. I can't.
Yeah, I sent it in. How dare you accuse me of such a
how
heinous
dare I?
crime?
You can punch me in the face. But... All right. Okay, Adam, you're up, buddy. So, Adam, if you could please tell us, Adam Stevenson, if you could please tell us who you would like to read your story. Not it. I'm just kidding. Take anybody.
Not me.
Hello, Adam.
Whoops.
Can you hear me in the back? Okay, let me pull it up real quick while he's
Is that a
figuring it out. If
lightsaber?
not,
I'm so confused. What was that?
all right.
You guys are missing out. I'll tell you what.
Okay,
This
Colin.
is so much more
Colin.
fun than mine.
Colin is up to read. All right.
Okay, Adam. Thank you, mate.
Is that a sincere thank you or like?
It is
thanks for
indeed.
you? I don't
Yeah. Just if I can read above that Kent Shawn banner there.
Now, okay, I'll take that down. That's a good point, Colin.
You know what? Adam used the first 5 words as me. Nice one, mate. Right.
Okay, Colin, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Bring it.
It was all Mum's fault. Or Mom's fault, if you're American. Mom always made more sense, as there is no you in Mother. Whatever you call her, it was all her fault. She was the one who gave birth to me, who introduced me to the world of music and its extracurricular activities. I bite into the belt to bring it up a notch, pulling between my teeth. My tongue and nose tasted the unusual flavours of cherry and mint. Or maybe that was the Pepsi. I had 2, 3 days ago. I glanced to my right to see the girl with blue eyes and dark hair on the couch beside me. Her face was frozen, mouth open with the shock of it. Her belt hung loose, for she was already there in that place, seeing and talking to them. The belt slid into place while I hit my arm again and again. I reached for the medical device, my hand shaking. I tried to breathe through my nose as my stomach turned and heaved. I was sick, but not for long. Pushing the bet into my arm, my hand stopped shaking and pushed it in further. The belt dropped from my mouth as the room spun. My eyes opened as greens, yellows, purple, violet, and all the colours of the rainbow came in a wave towards me. The ceiling opened and I ascended. My clothes were gone, replaced by shiny white robes that didn't close at the back. The room was floor to wall metallic grey and smelled of bleach. I didn't care, for they were here. They were tall, green, with shaggy hair and brown eyes. The girl from the couch was here, and so were the aliens. I did not know what they wanted, but they always said the same thing. Find a vein, find a vein. They kept giving us more of the medical equipment for us to visit them. Maybe it was our blood they were after. Either way, they are here and planning an invasion. Or so the girl on the couch told me a week ago. One of them floated towards me, Tom, Jim, Bob, Bobo. I couldn't remember his name. He stretched his 3-fingered hand towards my face, his face sullen. I was either going to be taken away or die. I don't know which, but either way, is that the end? Kent? Is that the end? Thank you. I'll do that bit again then. One of them floated towards me. Tom, Jim, Bob, Bobo. I couldn't remember his name. He stretched his three-fingered hand towards my face, his face sullen. I was either going to be taken away or die. I don't know which, but either way, it was all Mom's fault.
Oh, creepy.
I quite like that. You got the aliens in, Adam.
Yeah, you managed that.
Yeah, the aliens like came out. Like I was listening, but when I heard aliens, I like piped up. I was like, "Wait a minute, what?"
Yeah.
No, the opening scene was very pretty dark.
You're muted, Sean. By the way.
No, I'm not. You're muted. You're deaf, and I'm not muted. Okay, maybe I'm muted. Still working on the old Mac here. Okay, Clara said she really liked your first lines. I did too. I totally agree. This is some harsh addict stuff. Well, yeah, you know, when you're tying the belt on you.
Yeah.
These guys are amazing writers on my class by far. Come on, Don.
No way. You guys are great.
Just
I
for that,
agree.
you're
I
next,
love-
Don.
I love listening. I love listening to Colin read anything. I probably could send him like an IKEA furniture instructions, and he could read it. It would be great.
The instructions would suddenly make sense just because he was reading them.
No, they never make sense to me.
Yeah, mute Kent, unmute Kent. That's the theme of this whole thing is shut up, don't shut up. I got it. Okay. Anybody else, please feel free to send in your stories. Up next. Who's going to go next, guys? Who's ready to knock this out?
Go on then.
Oh.
Me?
No, I'll go.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Outstanding. Like,
I thought he was throwing down the gauntlet too, Kent. I thought he was talking to you.
I did too. I thought he was like, yeah, you're going to.
Yeah, let's have it then.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, but no. I'll just get mine out of the way, then we can safely get on with the others.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. Here we go. Window. Oh, man. I got to get better at this. So much pressure.
You're not even drinking tonight. You have no excuse.
Well, it's a new computer, so I'm horrible with it. Do not know what I'm doing.
So funny.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Is that it? Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Yes? I'm
Yes.
ready when you are. Right, okay. It was all my mum's fault. I knew it, she knew it, and so did half the village. I mean, how foolish do you have to be to put out the fire when a witch is already burning? Yep, you heard me. We had the witch just where we wanted her, and along comes Mum with a handy-dandy fire extinguisher, and whoosh. 3 bloody weeks I spent stashing that kindling, not to mention I'd won the sweepstake. Guess which is which? And I did, Beverly Guntherson. I put my big old X on that square straight away. Now, if all my mum had done was put the fire out, we may just have been able to make things right with the rest of the villagers. You know, a few beers here, some free meals there. People would have been pissed off, but no harm, no foul. Why? I'm screaming at my dearest mama now, seeing the droopy grin tugging down her wrinkles, eyes twinkling in that annoying, you know you love me kind of way. Why couldn't you just let her burn? It wasn't right, that's why, Mum says, wagging her bony finger under my nose. You know little Beverly's not a witch. Everyone knows it. She winces as another fist hammers on the wooden door of the cottage. She's just prettier than all the other girls. Likes to wear nice clothes. It's why you picked her out. I'm lost for words, stunned by such an unfounded accusation. Sure, Bev was attractive, but come on, the girl has no warts and not a single hair on her chin. There are at least 13 of us who are far prettier. You take that back, I hiss. I think you're losing your mind, Mum. I really do. You wish. There was a nasty edge to her voice, and she tugged down the brim of her pointy hat. We never had these problems in my day. Problems? I resisted the urge to grab her by the throat. There were no problems until you flew in on your broomstick and saved the day. Fools, she said, all of you. She turned to look at an unconscious Beverly Guntherson laying on the sofa. Next time the local law require a witch burning, you have to make sure it's a real witch. There was another shuddering blow on the wooden door, and this time it splintered and rattled back against the wall, followed by an extremely large and angry troll. "Where's the witch thing?" Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't fancy my chances of turning this lumbering creature into a frog, so I sheathed my wand and pointed my gnarly finger straight at Mummy Dearest. "It's this one." I saw the fear in Mum's eyes as the muscle mountain reached out a taloned hand to grab her by the throat. She gave a squawk, giving me the opportunity to snap her wand in half before she could use it. Well, she'd said it herself. If we were going to burn a witch, it had to be a real one. Later, as the freshly stoked flame sent her evil soul screaming home to hell, I smiled. It had been a good day, and she had no one to blame but herself. It was all Mum's fault after all.
Oh my gosh!
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! How did you do this?
I don't know. It just came to me.
That's amazing.
So good.
That is hilarious.
Oh my God, 10 out of 10.
I was on mute, but I was digging through the entire thing.
Oh,
That's one of the funniest things.
Mercy.
oh, it hurts.
Panic does strange things to me.
Oh gosh.
Dude, as soon as Mom came in with the fire extinguisher, I was like, I quit writing. I'm out. Like, this guy, Colin wins.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. I can't believe you came up with that. That
was
man.
too good,
Amazing.
and it's so well written too. It flows so good. It flows like an SNL sketch or something. Like it just kept going. Like how did...
It's just panic.
Oh man!
Once the fingers hit the keyboard, you just
Is Colin, dude. That was outstanding.
How do you?
Thank you.
There's something about your narrative voice that's just so
natural.
Like, it's good for gritty stuff, and it's good for humor. So like it's really unusual how tight and sharp and effective it is, Colin. What do you attribute that to, man, or do you know?
Script writing. Because I wrote so long for stage, where it is all dialogue, that the middle bits that really give me the trouble. But that story just came. It was just once I'd got it was Mum's fault. I had to think up.
You could tell. You could tell it was flowing. Yeah.
And then I just had to think, well, how does a witch not be a witch, and what'll happen? And it just amused me. But I knew I'd finish once I got to 551 words. So.
Oh man, you're killing me, bro. That was so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Like I want that story. I want to print it out. I want to put it on my wall. I want to read it before I write every day. Like that's good stuff, man. That's really good stuff.
I'll send you it.
Thank you. I want it.
So the audience pretty much agrees.
But like already, like there's no point in the rest of us reading. Like you won.
Okay, what's up?
That was really good. That was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that Colin is president of the world, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at mine. We haven't got any new ones from the audience yet, so I'm going to go ahead and roll. Oh yeah, good point. Terry Preston, Douglas Adams fan, Colin Clark. Get that.
Yes,
Adam,
yeah, you did. I am both.
I see that.
And now for a complete change of pace. Okay. Fine. I'm going to go after Colin so that mine immediately fades into obscurity and everyone forgets it. Okay. I'm going to share my screen.
Will you, though? Will you share the screen?
Stop making fun of me. Not nice. Okay. Can you see that? Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Those were silent yeses.
I'm going to try to do the voice that I hear in my head as best I can. So I may ramble through multiple accents in this reading, but here we go. To the best of my recollection, the problem began when I was shot in the head. I'm not implying there weren't problems before. I was born with more than my share of gifts, but even the treasure of a staggering intellect is not enjoyed without difficulties. A certain instability has ever been linked to genius. The sheer weight of greatness causes fractures from which things may leak out, or in some cases, and perhaps worse, get in. For example, Pythagoras was convinced of the demonic nature of beans, and Nikola Tesla was celibate, save a problematic relationship with a pigeon. Why didn't I mention the shooting before? Yes, Carl, I see your point. I know for therapy to be as successful, it requires complete honesty. But I will say this. Though you came highly recommended as a psychoanalyst and have a sterling reputation as a Rogerian and humanist, I am still skeptical as to whether you are the man for the job. Perhaps this session will clarify if our collaboration will bear fruit. Now, the bullet. Despite my clear destiny for greatness, the circumstances of my birth were, well, sordid. Mother was exactly the sort of whore that deserved her lot. She robbed and cheated her way into poverty, the horizons of which her piggy eyes never sought to exceed. Who my father was, I couldn't say, but thankfully, somewhere in his beshitted genes lay the seeds of my greatness. The only seed he shared with Mother was the rude sort, and perhaps a greasy pile of bills deposited on a nightstand. So into this Gotham of squalor and depravity I was born, knowing I was meant for better from the time my ass tickled the toilet, and determined to transcend whatever the cost. Yes, Carl, it was hard. I must say to this point your commentary is less than enthralling. It must have been hard. Not exactly putting our best foot forward to keep a client, are we? Now, if I may continue. By the time I left grammar school, I knew that to pursue my destiny, drastic action was needed, but I could not find a way to disconnect from my mother. Age had stolen away the profitability of the slice of sin between her legs, for which I was incalculably grateful. I hated the cold parade of twitchy Johns who shadowed our door at all hours. Sometimes there was a queue. I would leave the garret like a young brave passing through a gauntlet of the elder males of his tribe. But instead of switches, I was assaulted with their shameful glances and the fecund stink of beta male desperation. Once the venereal temple of her boudoir finally closed, life improved, and I could look at her without feeling the urge to wash my tongue with steel wool and lie. Time for university and escape drew near, but I couldn't leave. She'd grown ill, you see, and though her list of faults were as long as the bread lines, I simply could not let her waste away and die. What's that, Carl? Love? I suppose it was. Though now, after the bullet, it's hard to see. Now, Carl, I will ask you to sit still during our session. Your constant fidgeting is distracting, and it can be difficult bringing this part of my history to mind. I had written letters to colleges, taken tests. My brilliance attracted a flurry of scholarships. They settled upon our post box, their creamy envelopes, like a flock of eager doves. And though these letters bore the key to my salvation, I was trapped. My syphilitic incubator still lay on her stinking palate, the guttering flame of her pathetic life stubbornly refusing to go out. Before the bullet, my boy's mind still clung to some imagined connection with the harlot, some primal link that I could not shake. I worked for bread, I fed us, my chances at university faded. Soon the mailbox was empty, the flight of doves deserting me for less frigid climes. So I took up Mother's gun. Yes, Carl, you are correct. My fear of firearms in general is likely related to these events. Now, if it is not too much trouble, could I please finish? Grant. Now, where was I? The gun. So, in my despair and hunger, you know how it was in 30, I began to believe I would never leave the filthy room I shared with my mother. The hag had the constitution of an ox, and even in her illness looked as if she might be the one to watch me die. Though I longed to be rid of her, I simply did not have the strength to leave her, the warm, loving center of my adolescent's heart, so tender for the maternal figure. I had $7 left to my name, and there was no work left to be had, so finally I endeavored to escape. And in a grand and boyish gesture, leave my whore mother what money and bread remained. I don't remember the act itself. It was buried somewhere in the light and heat of my transformation. But as you can see by the scar here at my temple, it did in fact occur. My awakening was, to say the least, unexpected. I rose from the floor, leaking from the bullet's entrance into my skull, the smell of gunpowder overpowering all else. At first I was angry. Even the wretched gun was worthless, just like everything else in our lives. Then I became aware of my transcendence. That the filth of the garret no longer repulsed me. Even the scuttle of cockroaches and deft explorations of rats were simply information. Recorded, then dismissed. So too was my mother on her pallet, transformed from an idealized state of grace within my mind to her true form, that of a diseased bag of flesh whose only value was to have served as conduit for my birth. Of course I killed her, Carl. I saw the truth. I transcended. Why else had I survived? I wrapped a scarf about my head and struck out that very day. Within a month, I secured an apprenticeship to a professor within a year's scholarship. And now this very month, at long last, I am elevated to the nation's Senate. The destiny for which I was born is coming, but therein lies the problem. Though in so many ways the bullet set me free, there were side effects to my transcendence, as you, Carl, in your current state can attest. And that is why I've secured your services, to see if something might be done to attenuate certain of my more extravagant compulsions. My fault? Do you mean Mother? Of course it wasn't my fault. Haven't I just told you that I'm possessed of a particular destiny? Really, Carl, all the grand calligraphy of the degrees on your wall, and you share a shallow observation like that. Sadly, it appears my choice is clear. Carl, I am sorry to say that I will no longer require your services as my therapist. Now, Carl, don't fuss. Not every doctor-client relationship is meant to be, and I assure you, this is not the first time I've bound a man to a chair. Your struggling will only cut off your circulation. I must apologize for the razor. As I told you, I'm still terrified of guns. An issue, I might add, that you completely ignored in our session. Now, if you please, tilt your chin up. It is time to sever our relationship.
Oh my gosh, that lead up. Oh my gosh.
Nice one.
Oh my.
I don't know if you saw in the chat, but I was talking about how did you get that many words down in that short a time? It felt like a novel. Like it just kind of kept you sucked in, kept you going.
I could, no way I would have got that much if I had to do like narration between, because I didn't censor myself at all. I just typed everything that popped into my head. I didn't go back at all. So you can probably see there's like 9,000 typos. But anyway,
the prose and the descriptive, especially the descriptions of the mother, I thought they were excellent. And I was just sitting there picturing Carl Jung sat in that chair opposite him.
I didn't realize he was tied in the chair till later.
By the end.
I love that though.
I like that.
Discovery for yourself as the author, but a big reveal for the readers too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
like
that
it.
one was fun.
It's dope.
You know what? That voice, I think it's Hugo Weaving's voice.
That's what we were saying in the chat. We were saying it sounded like Agent Smith.
Oh, that's exactly where I got it from.
That's exactly what we heard.
It's kind of interesting when you hear a voice in your head. It kind of drives the dialogue. Like you don't have to come up with a style. Like it gives you the style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was hearing that from when we first started talking, when we first started discussing topics. That's fun. Also, I feel like all this practice I'm doing to write faster is starting to pay off. Okay. Who's next?
You wrote so much in so little time. What are you talking about?
It's not about how much.
You're making me drink, Kent. You're making me drink.
Hey, I did write a 1,600 word one on here once. So that was not the longest.
Bro. That's bananas. What's my
Okay.
word count at? My word count is at 554, and that's including the title and by Adrian.
All right, so that's definitely Adrian volunteering to go next.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's good. 'Cause I'm going to tell you right. I deleted my first go, and I deleted like the second time, so I have nothing. So go
Oh
for it.
no! Do you really have nothing, dude? I did that the first time I was on here. Either the first or the second, I did that. Where like the first 10 minutes, I wrote a thing, and on the second one, I threw the whole thing out and started again. And I don't recommend it. It's not. That's not a good idea. Just fix what you have. All right.
Okay, I'm trying to make this big where you can see it and get all this extra crap off the screen. Okay, Adrian, I am going to share.
All right. I think this is a good time for it. It seems like my Wi-Fi is working for now. Hopefully, I didn't jinx it. Knock on wood. All right.
In service of mom.
That's the one.
Go for it.
All right. Hold on. One last one. Cheers. I'm going to need it. All right. Here we go. Detective Smalls stood with his back to the windows with the wide world of freedom and possibility framing him, the family's fate in his hands. Thank you all for gathering today in the family room. Pensive finger touched his lower lip. Do you suppose that's why they call it a detective? Julie piped up. Shall we? Of course. First of all, my condolences to all of you. I can't imagine your pain as my own mother is still alive. Although at her age, you gotta wonder if... Detective! They all shouted. All right. Forgive me. It's a delicate topic. Allow me to start by apologizing, Mr. Starling, for your wrongful arrest following her death. With your alibi verified, I'm relieved that you have been I'm relieved to have seen you out in time for the funeral. If you assholes had caused me to miss my own wife's funeral, you'd have already lost your job. Our apologies. You understand, when we find a wife and a mother dead, 99.99% of the time, the husband did it. And the 0.01%, we can't prove the husband did it. But you are with your daughter on business, so it all checks out. Miss Starling, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. My own daughter won't believe me. Thank you for postponing the rest of your tour to talk to us. Well, maybe after this mess is behind us, I'll give you an autographed photo for her. Oh, she'll be delighted, the detective said with a slight bow of his head. Well, he said with a look towards Junior, young Mr. Starling, perhaps you can enlighten me as to your own whereabouts on the fateful night of your mother's passing. Why? Junior puffed out his chest. I don't understand. She was found dead in her bed, having passed peacefully in the night. What's the point in asking people for alibis? The talk screen came back, Mr. Starling. We know what took her life. The air was sucked out of the room, and everyone heard their own heartbeat in their ears. All eyes turned to Junior then. What? He said. Detective Smalls produced a document from a manila folder. Isn't this one of the drugs your place of employment manufactures? Junior took the paper and read. This? They keep these locked up, tight. And I checked with your supervisor. They checked the inventory for me. Detective Smalls left the words hanging in the air. She asked me for help. She asked me for them. The room erupted into chaos. Father and sister both shouting at Junior for answers. The detective waving his hands, trying to calm them all up. Blood rushed to Junior's head, so it was red with rage. Shut up, he shouted. His shout silenced them all. He stepped up to his father's face. She asked me for the pills. It was her choice. I didn't stop her because I knew why. I knew why she wanted to go, and I wasn't going to keep her in this prison for you. Detective Smalls' heart skipped a beat. His eyes darted back up to Mr. Starling in confusion. Then all confusion left his face, and all that remained was anger and hatred. It's always the goddamn husband. Chaos erupted again, and good old Dad made a run for it. He didn't get very far.
Oh.
Bravo.
I like that. That was
Solid,
dark.
Adrian.
Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
I love that. You have
You know,
such a voice. I like it. It makes me think of all like the chapters I got to read of your book. It's especially with your dialogue.
Mhm.
I took your challenge actually. I'm writing some short stories for a collection to put out before the novel, and one of them I was like, I'm gonna take Bethany's challenge and just do a story that's all dialogue. So I'm working on that one still, but it's shaping up pretty good. I'm glad that you challenged me with it. Because
Mhm.
a story with nothing but dialogue. Here it comes.
That's literally what I just did for the first time in my entire life too, Adrian. So
Yeah.
just now.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sweet. Okay, so Don, what's the situation, man? You're without story.
I don't have nothing. I have nothing.
Oh no! Send your original one. Did you actually delete it, or did you
I
still have
deleted
it?
I deleted it. I was getting pissed, so I just deleted it.
It
Self-care.
happens. It happens.
Boy. Oh boy.
We ain't gonna hate.
Been
There
there.
ain't no hate up in here. Okay.
Totally been
Anybody
there.
else in the audience? Do you have anything you'd like to read before we just start shooting the crap?
Crap shooting is
Arguably
my
one of the
favorite.
funnest parts.
Come on, Cindy. Let me put yours live. Cindy's got more words than mine, and I'm just scanning it, and it's pretty clean. Come on, Cindy. Give me permission.
Yes, give me permission. I need some more water.
Cindy, where you at?
She's like, I'm out. Nope. That's a nope.
I feel as if I have lost Cindy.
Oh, she said no.
She said no. Okay. Well, and Jared, just don't let me know in email. Okay. Well, that's okay. Hopefully you guys will get up the guts to do it sometime soon.
Hey, just sending it in is a win, I think. It's the first step. Baby steps.
For sure. Do you still post the ones on your site that we don't read out loud, or just the ones that we read out loud?
I'm not putting any on my site right now because I've been having a
okay.
website problem. I'm actually was supposed to put up the winners of the short story contest of Doom, and I haven't done that yet. I'm going to schedule a live stream with the top 3 stories and put those up very soon. I had to fix a technical problem on my website, and it unfortunately cost money, of which I had almost none at the time that it went bad. So,
Bro, I know exactly.
fixing that problem, and then I'll push forward with that. I do want to say, September 15th, the second book in the Blindspot series, Forbidden, is coming out. That book is available for beta and ARC readers right now, so if anybody's interested, I'm happy to send you a copy, especially for people that have read Blindspot.
So good.
Yeah,
Then,
I need to read Blindspot. I need to read it now.
Yeah,
Also-
ahead of the curve. He's already reading it.
I'm also seriously considering doing another short story competition while I'm here in Korea. And
Do it. Get
Do it.
everyone involved. We'll
Do
make a
it.
cult of short story people.
I was gonna do a flash fiction competition, but I didn't want to. There was a couple of others going on from people we know, and I didn't want to step on nobody's toes, so I left that alone. But like a bunch of new stuff coming up here pretty soon. What do you guys have any like passion projects that are about to hit the stage here on YouTube besides your writer projects? Anybody got anything going on?
I mean, technically, yeah, but it's still like 2 months out. But yes. So I guess there's a good spot, like since you've brought it up, to talk about it. So my good friend since like second grade, my best friend in the world. Like our kids play together and consider themselves best friends. It's bananas. Adrian Guadalupe. He was on a recent episode of Livestream Sunday where he composed the music to a flash fiction piece that a viewer sent in. So after that, he recently became like a computer programmer, and he's been coming at the internet in ways that I didn't really know existed. Like he's looking at the history of the internet and like the way that website design like has evolved and what it actually means and what it aims to do. He's looking at it from a very technical, like scientific kind of point of view. And what he decided to do was start up his own company where he, who is an artist, he's a musician, wants to help other artists with their projects and to just kind of elevate them, right? So he and I have sort of partnered up. He has other projects going on, but in our case, we are straight up starting a company together. And he's coming in with Books by Adrian, and we are redesigning the entire platform. We have a branding designer, like I said earlier, who is designing the logo and the look of our brand and everything like that, and our social media presence and everything. And when we do come back after my hiatus, it's going to be this this new platform where new writers who are starting their first draft or their first piece or whatever, that they're just starting out and they want to hear from other writers who have been there and done that. And there's going to be courses on there that you can take, something very similar to like a Skillshare kind of setup, but more geared towards the community aspect and everybody kind of helping each other out. And so it's all going to start with my mailing list. If you're on my mailing list, you're kind of getting grandfathered in. If you're not yet on my mailing list, now is the time to kind of get a jump on it, because within the next month or so, we're going to announce the new platform and get it started. Kent Shawn, Bethany, you are among some of those other authors that I've reached out to be involved in this new platform in some way, whether big or small. I leave that up to you guys, and we're going to talk about that more in meetings in the future. But ultimately, the whole point is to help brand new writers who have never written a novel before to get started, or whatever they're writing, a screenplay, a stage play, whatever it is. We're here to help you get your first draft done, edited, and out. So that's what's coming up. And if anyone here hasn't seen the new logo yet, we're going to talk about it a little later. I can show it to you guys off camera a little later. But it's I'm really excited. It's crazy. I'll wrap it up with this. When my buddy and I first partnered up, I told him, okay, look, I'm in the throes of my second draft. Right? Give me 4 weeks to edit as much as possible. I'll send you the second draft. We'll get started at that point with the platform based off of what the book is and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, cool, 4 weeks, no problem. And like 3 days later, he's like, we're interviewing brand designers. Let's go. And I felt like I was reaching out and grabbed hold of a train and got just pulled, from like 0 to 100. All of a sudden stuff is happening. We've got an LLC, we've got investors, we've got a branding design, all of a sudden. And it's just like, I don't know, man, like it's pretty bananas. Wait for it. It's going to be.
That's so cool.
It's amazing, Adrian. I really hope you see all the success out of that you want. It's
well,
like
the whole
anything,
point,
though, man.
I was just going to say that the whole point of it is to raise money for the professional edit for the novel. And it's all of it is going to be funding the novel, the production of it, the publishing of it, the printing of it, all of that stuff. I'm still, going self-published. So that's what this whole thing is about. It's just about raising money for that project. I'm sorry, Kent, you were saying.
Yeah, how much do you think you need for your editing services?
So I don't know, man. Depending on where my word count ends up, that's going to shift the professional edit around. Right now, what we have is a goal of $20,000 by December. That's like the big goal. I'm not playing around, y'all. I'm trying to quit my job. I'm not playing around.
Well, I know you don't need $20,000 for a professional edit.
No, of course not. No, of course not. But I'm trying to quit honestly, like I'm trying to become a full-time author, and anything that rolls over from this edit onto the publishing, onto the printing, and then to book 2, because it's a trilogy anyway. At the end of the day, I'm funding 3 books here, not 1. So okay. We're just, we're going ham. We're going for it.
That's exciting.
So I've already paid for the production of 3 fully edited professional cover
Nice.
novels at this stage, and I came in under $6,000 for all 3 books.
Oh, that's good.
And
Yeah.
but part of the reason I was able to keep those costs low is because I didn't pay for a developmental edit, and part of that was from advice from my friends that have paid developmental editors, and telling them that my particular skill set, what I need more was copy and line edits.
Mm.
I've been playing with the idea of doing some developmental editing because I'm getting a lot of requests to do it, and I already kind of do it for a few friends. I kind of, a little imposter syndrome keeps sneaking in. I'm like, who am I to be telling people what to do with their stories?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness. You should be marketing your skills. You should not be giving those away for free because my goodness, you know way more than some of the professionals in the industry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bethany.
I'd second that.
Well, I'm going to keep doing it for free for my friends and use that as like training, and like actually try to put it together into an organized format so that people, you know, if they do, eventually I'll probably try some low cost experiments and let people tell me if the value is actually there. Because some people are charging people like $1,800 to send them a 1-page editorial letter, whereas I would want to do an interactive developmental edit where we get on a stream like this together and walk through your story, and I can show some of the different tools that you can apply to the story. Multiple different tools, like not just normal 3-act structure, blah blah, not just the hero's journey, not just 5 commandments of story, but I use all of those things and layer them on top of each other to test plot and story ideas, and to keep you from wasting incredible amounts of time writing yourself off into space.
La La Land.
And you didn't want to go there. Okay, I am going to do one thing here. I am going to just give everybody a little taste of the cover for Forbidden.
Kent, by the way, that idea of what you just said is a really good idea for something that you can do on the platform that I've been talking about. You know how we talked about your possible involvement in it if you are still interested? That's a really damn good idea of like getting on a live stream, like meeting with folks with their work and just going through it live, you know, record the thing, send the file to them afterwards for them to review. Dude, boom, we need to talk about this. I wrote it down. I wrote this shit down.
I've kind of been doing it already, and Bethany kind of helped Bethany a little bit.
A little
doing
bit.
That same format. Hey,
yeah, I'll beta any service just because I was stuck. That's why you need critique partners and friends in your corner. They'll give you a kick in the pants and a help.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Which, by the way, when I'm done with my second draft, I'm going to need beta readers and critique partners. If anyone here is interested, please let me know, because I'm definitely going to need them within the next like 3 months or so, timeline-wise. 3 months.
Send it my way.
Colin.
We'll see. I'm interested to see if you meet those deadlines. This is your first time doing second and third drafts, right?
Yeah.
Just from experience, I will tell you, it's harder than it looks.
I'll tell you what. I sat my boy down and I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll do like a good developmental edit over like a month or so, and then I can do like a line edit for a month or so after that. It's been a month, and I'm still like literally in the beginning of the developmental edit. I'm just like, dude, I'm sorry, it's not going to be what I said it was. I was just very optimistic about how I can edit this thing.
I won't get all long-winded in like while we're still in the stream, but I will definitely talk to you offline about the horror show of a process that it's been for me to learn how to rewrite and edit my stuff.
Yo.
Anyway, before we stop the stream, I do want to throw up a quick cover reveal and let everybody see the cover for the second book in Millennium Tower series, Forbidden. And there it is. Bam!
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, my girl. My girl.
That is,
definitely
Dude.
his favorite.
Dude, that looks dope.
So cool.
Yo, don't think I don't see those angel wings at the top under your name. That's bananas. That looks really cool, man.
Look at
Okay,
her. She's so cool.
September 15th.
Yo.
Super excited about it.
Oh.
I'm also going to announce here that now that series is going to, there are 2 more books coming in that series, Forsaken and Armageddon. And that will wrap up the Millennium Tower series for now.
Bro, that looks really good. That looks really good.
So
Who did you get to do the cover art?
I will tell you offline because I got a
Okay.
deal going with him where we're going to announce a bunch of stuff for him.
Nice.
I
Okay,
can
cool.
She is so
I can
cool.
say his
Oh
name.
my gosh. I cannot believe. Oh, she's so cool. Sorry, I got to
Let me
read Forbidden, and so I'm just I'm holding my tongue. There are so many things I need to discuss with people. Y'all need to get this book.
Yo,
It is
this
so
looks
good.
good.
It
This
is
really
so good. You guys got to read
Okay.
it.
I am allowed to give his name. I just checked our little agreement. His name is Ryan Schwartz.
Ryan Schwartz?
Yes, he did all the covers so far for the Millennium Tower series, and he's going to finish that series out with me, and potentially we might do some stuff together next year. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, there it is. Boom, bam.
Awesome.
So
Anybody got
forgiving.
any last words before we head to my favorite part of every program, the green room, where I get to talk to these amazing authors?
In private.
Final commentary from any of you. Anybody?
I said my piece. Everybody else, have at it.
I just want to talk about Harriet. That's all I want to do, but I'll hold my tongue. Harriet fan club.
All right. Then that's going to do it for the latest iteration of Don't Drink and Live. Thank you so much, Colin, Don, Adrian, and Bethany for coming. I really appreciate it, and thanks for helping me kick this back off. And to everybody else, I'll say the same thing I say at the end of every one of my little video things that we do. Is the only way to be a writer, the only way to be an author is to put your butt in the seat and keep your fingers on the keyboard. Thank you very much. Everybody have a great night.
Peace out, y'all.
All right.
Good night.